going to be the most powerful mid-range phone ever with the A18 chip with 8GB of RAM. The iPhone SE is going to be on par with the most expensive iPhone 16 Pro Max. So now the question is, this is a weird one, would you go for the iPhone 16 Pro Max or the iPhone SE 4? For once, that's actually a consideration. Because with all these features on the forthcoming brand new iPhone SE 4, the question is it too good to be true? And what the hell are they going to do with the pricing? Because this can't be cheap. Surely. I mean, the iPhone SE 4 is shaping up to be a game changer in many ways that most people might not expect, especially when you compare it to the much pricier iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Pro models that have just come out without Apple Intelligence. Whilst Apple's flagships grab the headlines with flashy pro-grade features, new leaks suggest the iPhone SE 4 might be a more serious contender than expected, and that's thanks to some surprisingly powerful upgrades. And maybe this is Apple's future-proofing strategy. I mean, think about it. If they put all these incredible features in the iPhone SE 4 now, sure, it's going to be an amazing buy when it comes out in 2025, but then when it's still on the shelf in 26, 27, 28, when the iPhone 17, 18, when the iPhone 19 is out, and the iPhone SE 4 is still there, then it's kind of got to compete. So it's got to have that RAM, it's got to have that modem, it's got to have Apple Intelligence, it's got to have all these things. So therefore, if you get it early, wow, that's going to be the best iPhone deal of all time, surely. I mean, of course, the iPhone SE 4 is going to have that brand new 5G modem. It's also going to have relatively generous camera upgrades as well, thanks to the iPhone 16's A18 chip. Yeah, the A18 chip is going to be in the iPhone SE 4, which means it really is starting to look like a special edition and perhaps a one-off. I mean, this Apple 5G modem is looking incredible. It should lead to better integration with the rest of the iPhone SE's hardware and software, which could result in improved battery life and, in theory, stronger and more stable connections. So with Apple's brand new 5G modem going in the iPhone SE 4, and obviously it's not in the iPhone 16, the comparisons between the iPhone SE 4 and the iPhone 16 get real interesting in terms of performance and efficiency based on that new chip. You see, with the brand new Apple 5G modem chip, if that experiment goes to plan, the improved battery life and signal quality could help the cheaper iPhone SE 4 stand out compared to the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro, because of course they're still using the Qualcomm modems and cost twice as much. Again, iPhone SE 4 is a winner. And look, with all these leaks for the brand new iPhone SE 4, this thing is going to be so hot, and not in an iPhone 15 Pro kind of way, in a good way. So it's getting that 48 megapixel camera on an SE phone. Oh, bring it on. Apple, you're too good to us, which is why I'm suspicious about all of these upgrades. So like I said, the iPhone SE 4 is reportedly getting that 48 megapixel main camera, as Apple is expected to use the same sensor as the one in the iPhone 15 with its proven track record of just smashing the photos and videos with such high quality. The 2x sensor crop zoom essentially mimics the effect of having a dedicated zoom lens without the need for extra hardware. What it also does is give Apple the opportunity to say that the iPhone SE 4 has two cameras/lenses. Of course, that 2x lossless zoom won't make up for the lack of an ultra-wide angle camera. However, it's certainly going to sweeten the deal and make it seem like you're getting a bit more for the supposed just $500 asking price. I mean, a lot of money still, but for an Apple product with all these features, is it possible? Let's talk about performance, which has seen the iPhone SE's biggest focus and selling point since the original iPhone SE back in 2016. So the A18 chip is going to be in the brand new iPhone SE 4. According to all these rumors, the iPhone SE 4 is going to have the same chip, the same processor that's in the brand new Apple iPhone 16 Plus, and it's going to get 8GB of RAM for Apple Intelligence. Again, is it too good to be true? Let me know in the comments. And for those that got the iPhone 16 Pro Max, they're going to get really annoyed right now, because I'm going to compare the iPhone SE 4 to the iPhone 16 Pro Max and why the SE 4 might be a better buy. In fact, it is a better buy. And of course, if you look at the bigger picture, it gets even better because the A18 chip is virtually as capable, we know this, it's virtually as capable as the A18 Pro chip in the iPhone 16 Pro series, which means the $500 iPhone SE 4 might be able to go head to head with the $1,200 iPhone 16 Pro Max. How crazy is that? Let's talk Apple Intelligence on the brand new iPhone SE 4. They're going to drop at the same time. Listen, when it comes to one of the most exciting possibilities of the iPhone SE 4, that is the expected Apple Intelligence AI integration. And what's standing out for a whole bunch of people is when you look at the iPhone SE launch, the timeline is that this might be one area that the iPhone SE 4 actually outshines the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 16 Pro. And of course, the iPhone 16 series was very limited, and some would say no AI capabilities, as Apple didn't really seem to roll out its AI AI version in time. Luckily for those on a budget, the iPhone SE4 launches in spring 2025, and we're likely to see a fully fleshed out version of Apple Intelligence, hopefully with zero beta features. So when you get the iPhone SE4, it will have AI ready to go straight out of that fresh box. And in terms of features, AI, Apple Intelligence on the iPhone SE4 should give you AI photo editing features, smart ways to text and iMessage, and of course seamless integration of AI across Apple's apps and the entire iOS. So now as we wrap up all the news on the iPhone SE4, there is one big but. Yeah, with all those features, you didn't think it was going to be cheap, did you? I mean, I thought it was going to be cheap for a second. No, the iPhone SE, the budget, the cheapest iPhone that Apple sell, is going to get a price bump. It's going to be expensive. Obviously, with all those features, it was bound to be. So expensive that the iPhone SE could come in at around $600. Of course, there's a few things you're not going to get. I mean, you're not going to get the 120 Hz silky smooth Pro Motion or the dynamic island on a around $600 iPhone SE4. But with the new 5G modem, a 48 megapixel camera, the A18 chip, 8 gigs of RAM, and Apple Intelligence, it's hard to see why the average user would need an iPhone 16 or an iPhone 16 Pro. I mean, if the price is going to get up to around $600, which I think it will, then it's back to the whole, do I need an iPhone SE4 or do I need an iPhone 16, the 16 Plus, or even the 16 Pro? But if they can bring that price in around $500 for the iPhone SE4, it's going to be the best buy of all time, and we all need to get one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments real quick, and subscribe, comment, and like.